see no questions at the moment, but I do see we have my friend Mike Moncla from LOGA at the table wishing to speak. Please introduce yourself and go ahead, Mike.
Thank you, Chairman Henskins. Mike Moncla with LOGA. Appreciate Senate committee hearing this bill today. This is a bill that came to our attention about 3 months ago. One of my past LOGA chairmen, he's an owner of an operating and drilling company that's been in business since 1946, one of the few remaining, received a letter from the DENR instituting a 6-week audit on royalty payments going back 40 years. Who has records that go back 40 years? Even the IRS can only go back 7. A 40-year audit is ridiculously onerous. As a comparison, Oklahoma can go back on royalties only 5 years. The United States, BOEM, the Bureau of Offshore Energy Management, can go back 6. So this practice by our state is overburdensome, it's not competitive, and it is not business friendly. LOGA asks for your support to get Louisiana in line with other states on royalty audits and be fairer to our members of LOGA and oil and gas operators.
We do have a questions. Senator Facey, I think you're up first.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mike, I was just wondering, what's our neighbor Texas do? What's their rule?
I'm not sure what Texas does, but Mississippi, and I don't have either side, but we were looking for that information yesterday, but we do know Oklahoma, and we do know what they do just south of us in the Gulf.
And so this is 10 years, so to keep us competitive, because I know we in the competitive business in drilling, and we're losing all of our producers that want to work in Louisiana. Shouldn't we maybe move this to the same thing as Oklahoma, maybe 5 years?
I mean, I would be good with that. I was trying to have as least opposition as possible and not be confrontational and get something that we could pass. But, I mean, certainly the more competitive we can get, the better for our state.
Okay, well, you know, Mr. Womack, I guess, Senator Womack, I guess the thing would be is maybe up to you, but I just think that we need to stay competitive. So maybe if you could look into that for us.
Yeah, I'd be glad to look into it, and it'd be the pleasure of the committee. But if you want to offer up an amendment for that, I'm fine with that. If we want to do it between here and the floor, I'm fine with that.
Senator Facey, do you have the amendment ready?
Yeah, can y'all put an amendment together?
Can we do that? Can we work on that on the floor?
Yeah, we
Senator
can get it on the
Facey,
floor.
because we don't have it prepared
yeah.
today.
That would be good.
If that's okay with you?
That's fine with me.
Okay.
That's okay. Thank you very much, Senator Facey. Senator DePlastis with a question.
Well, my question kind of follows up from Senator Facey's question around what other states were doing. I don't know where the 10-year number came from. It sounds like you don't want to have an administrative burden lasting up to 40 years, which I can understand on one hand, but I'm just trying to think about what some of the consequences could be if we don't have some requirements, and there was a need to have those documents, there was a need to have some of that data going beyond 10 years, say 15 or 20 years. And I'm just thinking about some of the challenges that this could present. And then, it sounds like we're already trying to bring it from 10 to 5. And, I'm saying, whoa, we hadn't even, I'm just a little concerned because I'm not quite sure what the negative consequences could be if we put this 10-year requirement on it. And that's all I'm trying to get some better understanding of. While I know this is all aimed at trying to help on one hand, I'm just trying to see what the other unintended consequences could be.
It's the same department that handles the severance, and in severance tax in Louisiana, you can only go back 3 years. And so this is just, royalties are more under the mineral board, because it's all on the royalty side as the owner of the land, not the severance, which is the tax to the state. So as a royalty owner, the state collects the royalty, but on severance they go back 3, and on royalties they can go back forever. And so it's just overburdensome. It's just not realistic. And who keeps records that far back? And I'll give you another example. You've got a lot of people don't understand that, but when you have a well that you're going to drill, most of the time you don't drill that by yourself. You get partners. So if they were drilling these wells 40 years ago, and on the front side, you've got 20 partners in a well, everyone puts their money up. That operating company drills the well, and if they make a well, they get proceeds from selling that oil or gas, and then they pay the state the royalty and the severance, and then whatever's left, they distribute to the partners in the well. Those partners are dead or bankrupt, going back 40 years. So now you're going to send an audit going back 40 years on a company, and they can no longer go and get cash calls from all the partners in those wells. And you're going to put a burden on them to pay on behalf of hundreds, maybe thousands of partners over a 40-year period. So it's just, we just need to be fair and be business friendly. I mean, that's just not a business friendly action.
You could almost call it a cleanup bill. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
from looking back that far and trying to get all those contributors in one room to say, here's what we got. You pull it to 10 years, we should, as a state, we should be doing our work to start with sooner than that. So the 10 years, where did it come from? It was to move the needle from forever to something we could work with, you know.
Well, I'm certainly more inclined for the 10 as opposed to, I think that was y'all's attempt to try to be more of a compromise, if you will. But thank y'all. Thank you for answering my question.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Senator DePlessis. Senator Jenkins, did you have a question?
No. I agree with what my colleague just said. 10 years, it sounds fair to me. 10 sounds fair to me.
Senator Lambert.
And so right now, there is no limit on a state claim going backwards.
On royalties.
On
On
royalties.
severance, it's 3 years.
Okay. So and this would limit it to 10 years.
10 years.
Correct.
Okay.
Which is still 3 more years in the IRS and 4 more years than BOEM offshore.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Okay, we'll go to that. Thank you, Senator Lambert. Senator Facing, one more bite of the apple.
Well, I was just saying that I think we need to keep our state competitive. We're already having a hard enough time to you know, Wildlife and Fisheries was in here last week saying, you know, we went from 70 million a year for keeping wildlife fisheries down to 11. So we really need to get our drilling going back. So the amendment's ready. So I didn't know, Senator Womack, if you'd like to put the amendment on there or not.
I don't have a copy of the amendment.
It just reduces it to 5 years.
Compared to what other states are doing and what they have, I don't see a problem with 5. I think you said 3 on some.
On severance for
On
Louisiana.
severance.
In Louisiana, yeah.
And Oklahoma's what?
5.
5.
Offshore is 6, and IRS is 7.
Senator Facey, you offering the amendment?
Yep, offering an amendment.
Senator Facey is offering the amendment. Which one of you guys got the amendment? Could you, Mr. Wilson, could you read it?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It is amendment number 570, and it just changes that prescriptive period from 10 years to 5.
Senator Facey offers up Amendment 570. Is there any objection to Amendment 570? There is an objection by Senator DePlessis. And Senator DePlessis, you get the mic.
Yeah. And I just want to reiterate why this is not an enthusiastic objection. It's just I'm going to stick with the original version of the bill. The 10 was chosen, and you know I think maybe we'll give it some time if we kept the 10 to see if maybe we come back and then there's a need to reduce it to less than 10. But that's my reason for this, and you know I still even have some questions about the general bill in and of itself. But outside of that, I'm just more comfortable with going with what was originally proposed in the bill. So that's the basis of my objection.
Thank you, Senator DePlessis. We have a motion by Senator Facey on the amendment. We have an objection by Senator DePlessis. Madam Secretary, could you call the roll?
Senator Fazy? Yes. Yes. Senator Allen? Yes. Senator DuPlessis?
No.
No. Senator Jenkins? No. Senator Kleinpeter? Yes. Senator Lambert? No. Senator Hinskins?
Yeah.
Yes. 4 yeas and 3 nays.
The amendment is on the bill. Do I have any more questions? Senator Womack, you can close.
I just ask for favorable passage on Senate Bill 168.
So I don't make every motion today. What is the will of the committee? Senator Kleinpeter makes a motion to move 168 as amended. Is there any objection to that? With no objection, 168 is moved as amended. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.